Overall, pretty solid card draw. It's pretty screwy, especially if you don't know these charts. TUSA gets the first ban, banning the one singles chart, Cell banning Elise. Not sure if he knows that the slowdown was removed, which makes it infinitely easier. Thankfully for the TOs, we have a potential of a shortcut coming up. TUSA still having 2 redraws. Let's see if he's going to want to redraw. Redraws the shortcut to get Clemantis. Now he gets to protect one of these. And if I'm TUSA here, honestly, I'd be looking at Napalm because I'm not sure. I think TUSA actually played Arrow Eclipse qualifiers and Napalm D22 being one of them. So let's see if he protects the new redraw chart or the Arrow Eclipse qualifier. Really interesting to see. No way he protects X-Tree though, right? I don't think anyone is ready for X-Tree. That one is just, that one is just crazy. Protects the Arrow Eclipse qualifier. Yeah, because it says it was fun. Pretty experienced with that. You played it with Jelly when he came over, right? Alan, did you play it with Jelly when he came over? Ah, okay. All right, so protecting Clemantis, going to be the first one that we see. Good on TUSA to instantly block off the one singles chart that appeared in this card draw. A lot of the charts that we're going to see from this point on, after winners round 2 and in losers, we're just going to be seeing a bunch of 22-24s come out. And a lot of those charts are actually doubles charts. So if you're a doubles-based player and you make it to pros, every single time you see red, you just ban it. You get it out of the way, and you are immediately in a place where you're really comfortable in. All right, both players are getting onto the pad to warm up. Imagine. Dude, it's easier to get than like twist level 1. Both rocking proof that they've gotten a triple S over an 86. So this is the first time we get to see Cell playing on pads. Expert 3, not in Phoenix, in XX actually. His strongest skill is drill, which is fair to say because Cell has a really natural knack for speed. Weakest gimmick is just going to be, weakest skill is just going to be gimmick just because, despite rocking the gimmick level 9 title. Okay. Cell trying to get the casual reclear on Ultimatum S25. I have no idea if this is going to go well. Another thing about Cell is just that he just does not care. He just does not care. All right, well, it's looking like he's actually going to opt to play the single 21-23 potentially. Super game. Yeah. It's going to get into a lot of basic S21, 200 BPM speed. Not too many twists here, just so many 200 BPMs to make it really rough. All right, both players entering into this with a full combo. This is a pretty good warm-up chart because in the beginning, you just kind of get like bursts and you get basic bursts of 200 BPMs followed by a little bit of a break in between. And you're going to be seeing that later on the line as well. Really good chart to really make sure you have that foundation, getting ready to be able to play these next charts, which are doubles charts. So single speed here isn't going to come into play too much. But this is just to get their legs warm after all. So coming into this with 1 or 2 greats, actually. 4 drills here. I think basic turns. Ah. Great warm up for both players. Kind of foot speed may come into play when Napalm comes up. And even X3 actually, I believe if it comes to that, X3 is one of those really rough, fast charts with a bunch of gallops in the middle and then like an end run. But Clemantis is just going to be a lot of basic bracket and stamina. All right, Cell being the higher seed, more forcing TUSA to actually play first. All right, maybe he's feeling that his legs were a little bit too stiff for that ultimatum run, so just gonna have to see. Getting onto the pad, getting ready to begin. Going to get started with Clemantis, double 23. Just to keep you guys updated with the bracket in case you guys have not seen it. Loser of this will go against me in losers round 1, followed by Mufasa versus, Dunhills has disqualified, so Mufasa will proceed. Kyle against Chives, and then Guns against Jesse. Really interesting matches in the losers round. And then in the semifinal, we already have Edison versus 4199 and SD1212 against the winner of this match. So if Cell actually ends up winning this, then we have the top 4 fighting in winner semis. Really hoping we get to just ignore the card draw and play a more double 23 the entire time, but unfortunately, that's not going to be the case. We've seen the S22 come out in, I believe, Mufasa versus Chives, and a lot of this is going to come down to being able to transition into the bracket run from the speed section, kind of ambiguous as to what foot you start with the brackets with, and if you mess up, there's so many rolling brackets and holds there that it could really eat into your score because of how many goods you get from the taps and the misses you get from failing to get the holds. So it's going to be a really risky play. Honestly, a valid strategy is to just let a couple of notes fly away just so you can try to hope and catch your rhythm again. But the big pointer with this chart is going to be able to transition from that. TUSA anticipating a quad there. Getting ready for that. Quad's actually taking up a little bit more stamina just because of how you have to angle yourself. Ooh, getting a lot of greats and goods early. Something that I can say, being a close friend of TUSA, is that his accuracy is actually a little bit spotty, I have to say. He has the high level clears, and his accuracy in low levels is pretty good. But when it comes to like the 22s, 23s folder, it's a little bit unfamiliar. Once again, TUSA claiming that his weakest skill is bracketing, so it's going to be, yeah, it's going to show here because Cell protected Clemantis against him in anticipation for brackets being his weakest skill. This is really important to keep your cool, because if you go a little bit too early or too late on the holds, you're just going to get random misses. Not being able to read that. There's still a massive part of the chart he has yet to play. Come on, TUSA, you've got this. Really draining run here because of how wide your feet have to move. Burst there to change your change what's on beat and off beat for your foot. Here we go. These are necessary twists because they are all tap holds. Being able to hit those twists, but now he's got to get into the speed section. Oh, feet looking a little bit cold. He's actually trying to he's trying to really full send it here. Yeah, really rough chart to play cold. You can kind of see he was lifting his foot a lot. Kind of goes to show from Ultimatum S21 had a little bit of cold knees. Really trying to slap his quads just to make sure to get those warm to be able to slide, but no. Just wasn't able to get his feet warm in time for the bracket section, let alone be able to read the center. We'll see how Cell performs here though. Okay, picking Preenium for no reason. Oh my god. Turning on HJ before event mode has one thing to do every single time he logs on with his card.
New teams. Level 17. Level 23.
It's looking like Cell is turning off FD in favor of seeing the sequence zone for this chart. Likely because it's really important to time yourself on these brackets. Chart knowledge. 23 clear. Yeah, already on really good pace here, getting all perfects, whereas TUSA already had a couple of goods and greats running into this. Really wonky transition into the quad for P2 here. We're going to see the same for P1, but really good stuff to Cell for being able to catch those. Once again, chart knowledge coming in clutch for him. Ooh, rushing a little bit on the... I can't tell if it was the tap or the bracket, so it's still ambiguous as to whether or not we saw a miss or a bat there. All right, here we come. The section that tripped up TUSA. Cell's timing for this segment is really paying off. Retaining combo there, just missing a little bit. Here's a little bit of a necessary run. Whenever the runs have holds with taps in them, it's the chart maker saying that you have to full twist that. Though not a necessity, it is really risky to want to cheat it. We're going to see right here. Cell, no stranger to all twisting charts. Really nailing down this speed section, although going a little bit too fast. All right. On pace. Nice, full combos to ending bracket section. Amazing. Yeah, from anyone's perspective, what foot you have to start that whole bracket section on is super ambiguous, especially coming off from a really fast foot speed section. But good job to Cell for at the very least being able to nail everything. Up next is Napalm, which is TUSA's Protect. Yo, Cell, are you ready for Arrow Eclipse? This is the Arrow Eclipse qualifier. That's why he's protected it against you. Okay, never mind.
Never played it.
It's good to play second then. It's really good to play second. Forgetting that TUSA anticipating to go to Arrow Eclipse, but only buying the return flight and not the actual flight to Arrow Eclipse. Because it was really cheap, so... we'll just have to see when that comes up. But from what I know, TUSA has at least seen the chart. For this chart, Napalm is really weird because there's really unrealistic drills coming up, followed by a lot of bracket taps in the section that you're going to see very soon. A good rule of thumb to be able to get through Napalm D22 is to be able to recognize that you're still alternating your feet with all of the hold taps here. So it's unrealistic to... Yeah, left. It's an old original. Oh, it'll pop up soon. Here we go. Really curious to see how both players hit the drills, especially with Cell being a really speed-based player. Might be able to clutch out the, might be able to retain combo in the insane drills, of which appear twice. Should have more water bottles somewhere. All right, TUSA is looking like he's a little bit cold still. Trying to slap his legs just to get that blood flowing over there. It's another way to get yourself warm without having to do anything super extraneous on your energy. Now, what you're going to see here is these brackets are worth 4 notes instead of just the typical one. It's really important to make sure that you really roll those right. Just delay your left foot and your right foot just by a teeny bit in order to be able to nail the perfects on that. We're about to get more rolling brackets right here. First potential combo break of the entire song coming up right here. Okay, trying to stay still, which is good though because it's only got 1 miss. All right, now remember to alternate your feet here. It's just right, left, with brackets. Now it's left, right, left, right, left, right. Upcoming is a slightly ambiguous hold section. Yeah, that can trip up a lot of players if you're not ready for it. Thankfully, TUSA was able to maintain the combo for that. Now, we got the same rolling brackets from before, but this time it's making you traverse the pad while you hit them. So there's a lot to multitask here. Again, the drill is coming up. Trying to stay still for that one again. Here it comes. Here's the run. The run gets a little complicated with the half here. But after this, now it's just a basic run. Nothing too hard. Ooh, getting a little bit of a great stream there. It's going to hurt his overall score. Looking like a AAA so far. Maybe potentially a AAA plus. See if he gets a nice little spin there. All right, gets a little bounce. Maybe a AAA plus at the very least. AA plus actually. Yeah, just a little too many grades in the earlier section for him to be able to get that. Now, Cell being a very speed-based player and listing drill as one of his strongest skills, would be really cool to see him be able to combo through the insane drill section that we've seen, which came up twice.
Game over.
You look a little bit cold. Yeah, well, I mean, that's kind of the idea.
New tunes. Level 15. Level 22.
Now we got Cell coming up. Score to beat is flat AAA plus. So that means that if he gets anything above a AAA plus, unless we get a difference in score by like 100 or so. You skipped it, yeah. Bro, look for the wanted girl, the red one, red and gray. There you go, there you go. It looks good. Getting a couple of grades there, but it won't matter too much because there's so many rolling bracket sections. Despite getting a little bit of them too early, doesn't mean that the gap has widened for TUSA's favor at all. Cell has still got a lot of chart to play left, especially with nailing those perfects. Let's see if the speed is about to come into play here. Ah! Similar to TUSA, just getting a 1 miss at the end of the drill over there. Both players so far an even pace. I would argue that Cell is a little ahead because of how little grace he's received in comparison. And comboing through that slightly complicated hold section. Yeah. Cell being like, that part is hard. Here we go, the rolling brackets in the middle of a run. But still nailing all perfects in these rolling brackets. Now the gap has certainly widened in favor of Cell. All right, he has a second chance at comboing through this drill. Not quite, but very close. You could hardly even see the miss come out, if at all, or potentially even a bad. Here comes the run. See if he twists the paths. Oh, actually opting instead of to do inner twist with just trying to bracket it with his left foot, but catching the inner twist in the second time around. Overall, way more perfects. I would have to say this is Cell's game. Wow! Incredible way to 2-0 TUSA. It's still a very impressive showing from TUSA. And with that, all of the winners quarterfinals matches have been done. Oh, bro. That's crazy. All right, I'll see you guys in the player camera.